Sorry if my hair looks like shit, I just woke up, but I just want to make a little random spontaneous video here for you guys. I was reading a report about the 2002 election between Barack Obama and Mitt Romney, and it was breaking down the demographics of which specific group voted for who. I'm sure a lot of us have heard these numbers before, but it's seeing things like this that just reaffirms in my mind and why I'm so negative against voting for either a Democrat or a Republican candidate in an election now. As I've stated before, I did vote for Barack Obama in 2008. It was basically a vote against Sarah Palin. I voted in 4 other general elections, and I have never voted for the primary candidates of the Democrat and Republican candidates in those elections. Mainly because I feel it's a worthless vote. I mean, of all the votes that are to take place on an election, voting for the president is probably the most worthless vote. I won't say it's absolutely is. It probably is. I'm a big believer in voting for local government, voting for local and state laws, voting on referendums, stuff like that being of more importance. Though I can see why people get all hyped up for voting for their presidential candidate that they want to see to win and all this other stuff. But the reason why I don't take any pride or just any serious concern in saying, oh, this guy should get in over this guy, is that it's really a fraudulent race. Like, it's really something that comes down to which side has more favorite picking going on. And when I looked at those demographic numbers and you see things like 93 or 96%, I think it was 93 4 years ago, I think it's up to 96% now that vote of black people that voted for Barack Obama. And then, to be fair, and I mean, that's the only number I hear people quoting to say, like, oh, look at this, this is a blind group of people just voting for him just because of his skin color. Hold on a second, because you Romney people need to address the white evangelical vote. Yeah, the 86% of the white evangelical Christians that voted for Romney. Both of those are demographic breakdowns of people that clearly picked a favorite. And it didn't matter about the issues. They voted for Romney because he was a bigger, better Christian. And they voted for Obama because of his skin color. Now, yes, I know there might be a little bit more to it than just that. Yes, one of their issues they stand for might strike them. But when it comes really down to it, should there really be that much of a fucking discrepancy between the demographics? I mean, like, what could someone tell me? Like, what major part of Barack Obama's platform was so reassuring to black people, and what major part of Mitt Romney's platform was so reassuring to white evangelical Christians that they just had to show up in a significant majority to vote hands down for this guy? I mean, give me a break. When it comes down to it, both candidates are damn near equal. I mean, come on, they might differ on little issues here and there, but you're trying to tell me those little issues that they differ on are the thing that make the case for a vast majority, an 80+% majority in both cases, to vote for this guy over another? Anyway, that's one of my biggest gripes about American politics. Is it is a game of not really what issues matter, but who's going to get more of the favorites to vote for him. Mitt Romney tried to get as many of those evangelical Christians to vote for him, and Barack Obama the same with black people. And that's what the race came down to. Shit, the white evangelical vote was 23% of the vote that went for Romney. Almost a quarter of the people that voted for him basically voted for him because he was a white Christian man. Anyway, both sides deserve their criticism. I know everyone's trying to say, like, oh my God, it's racism in the black community because they just voted for Barack because he's black. Oh, come on. It's on both sides of the aisle, people. Both sides. This election, and again, I didn't vote in this election. Now, granted, it was a bit on my bad because when I moved to Pennsylvania, I forgot to change my voter registration, so I fucked up. Anyway, this is, and like, when I worked in politics and worked for campaigns, this is one of the things, like, where I just see, like, people just like this guy just because. And when you look at the voting, you look at the polling trends, you look at the demographics, the vote for this one over that one, you just see it's not a matter of issues. It doesn't matter what they say in the debates or anything. Because there's going to be so many people that pick and choose favorites in this country that they're going to stick with their guy or their party just because. I mean, I can remember, and it's kind of funny, because Saddam Hussein used to win elections in Iraq with 95 to 98% of the vote. And the American media would spin that as just completely irrational. That shouldn't happen. Oh, come on, that is a fraud democracy. But when it happens here in this country and a certain demographic votes 90% plus, like, where's the media report on that? They're not going to call it a fraud democracy. They're scared to do that. They see 86% of white Christian evangelicals voting for Romney. They're scared to do that as well. No one wants to get anyone upset. Everyone has feelings they need to have protected here. Jesus Christ. Well, I just want to let you know, I'm one of those people that aren't going to vote in a main primary election for a major candidate. Granted, like I said, to be fair, not to sound too hypocritical, because I did vote for Barack Obama in 2008, and it's something where I was like, it didn't even really fucking matter anyway. I'm going to stand firm and vote, against the major parties, unless things change in this country, because, seeing the political climate of things and seeing that issues don't matter, and just seeing it come down to which side has more favorites than the other side basically decide an election, well, I want no part of that election. And I won't take part in an election like that. I'll stick to voting on the referendums. I'll stick for voting who the new police chief is. Little shit like that I can directly see a change of in my community. So, anyway, I don't know how you guys felt about this election, but my God, seeing the demographic breakdown of things and just seeing the vast amount of Christians voting for Romney and the vast amount of white Christians voting for Romney and the vast amount of black people just voting for Obama, it doesn't make me feel good when I see stuff like that. It really doesn't, make me patriotic about my country and our democratic voting system. So, anyway, just want to tell you guys why I don't care to vote for the main guys, even though I voted for Barack in 2008. Anyways, I just got to keep adding that disclaimer. Have a great day, everyone, and I got a very special video planned for you guys on Thanksgiving Day. Oh my God, I filmed it yesterday. I think it came out pretty good. Anyways, it's something that you guys have been requesting of me for over a year now, and I'm finally going to do it. What will it be? All right, let me give you a hint. Well, it's